this Discord off. Oh, it's gonna C9. They're gonna C9. There's no one that can touch. He needs to hit this shot. Oh, he hits it. Okay, so he manages to hit the shot. That would have been a C9. That would have been a C9 if he missed that. Oh my god, So you can tell he's just so confident in his mechanics. Like, he's pushing this Ashe. He's low. Just manages to get the right click off. Predicts that this Ashe is probably going to hit this next shot. Just mid right click, he gets the trance off. And is he going to body block it? Is he going to body block this and stop them from touching? He's just body blocking the door. So he's just body blocking the whole doorway. Hello everybody and welcome to a new video. My name is Coach Hayes. Today we're going to be reviewing Fusion Alarm. He's obviously the rookie from last year of the Overwatch League. Incredible player. I actually remember Alarm back when he played in Fusion Uni and even before Fusion Uni. He's one of these players who's played many different roles. I believe he's played main tank before. He's played main support. He's played Zen. He's incredibly flexible with what he can play, and obviously one of the best flex supports in the world. So we have an absolute treat today to be able to watch this guy play before Overwatch League. I know we're in a bit of a drought right now because we don't have too many pro games on. It's been a little while since we've seen Overwatch League, so hopefully this is going to be enjoyable for you guys. Thank you to Christopher who got me this replay code, and obviously thank you to Alarm who also shared it. Let's take a look. So first thing we always do when we do a pro review is we look at the composition. So if we look at the compositions here, this is being played on live patch. So obviously this patch, Winston is a little bit stronger. He has the additional armor. We see Zen is obviously nerfed. Team composition wise, we have Alarm on the Zen. We have an Ana player here. So Ana Zen support line. Not the best support line, so I'm interested to see how he plays here with this support. It is quite difficult. The way I envision playing Ana Zen is it's kind of like a very strong support line, but it's very vulnerable, so it's like a glass cannon. So I'm interested to see how he performs here on the Zen and how he peels for his Ana, especially if we see like a heavy dive composition from Team 2. So pretty glass cannon kind of like support line. Tanks, we have Winston, Zarya, so obviously the double bubble. And we have DPS, Ashe, and Tracer. Two of the probably most popular DPS right now. Echo may be slightly more popular, but they're playing the Ashe here because obviously Ashe is still very strong. On the side of Team 2 are running also Ana Zen. So both support lines running of this very like all-in kind of like glass cannon-y backline. Maybe because we just have 4 flex supports in the game and nobody wants to play Brig. Although I know Alarm can play Brig. So maybe he just wants to play Zen. He feels like he's going to have more impact here on the Zen. Hey, welcome Relmy. Growing out the beard, are we? I'm going to try and grow a nice big beard, but you know, it's also partly because I can grow it now because of COVID. I'm not able to go out, so I can look like a homeless person for a couple weeks and get away with it, you know? So, alright, back to the review. So, Team 2, Ana Zen support line. Zarya Ball tank line. So, Zarya Ball, we see a little bit of Zarya Ball being played yesterday in the Steel Series show match. I think it was played with like Echo, Tracer. Echo, Tracer, Ana Brig. So we are seeing Zarya Ball being played quite a lot. DPS line, we got again Tracer and Ashe. So both teams running this kind of dive composition with the Ana Zen backline. The only difference being that Team 1 opting to go with a Winston instead of the Ball. But really that's the only divergence in the compositions here that we're seeing. So playing main here, throwing off some right clicks. Notice that his team is playing Winston Zarya, so his team are not playing Ryan Zarya, right? They're playing Winston Zarya, so he cannot do much until his Winston goes in and starts pressuring, right? If he stays here in main, he's likely to get discorded. He also doesn't know where his threats are. Now let's have a think. Who are the threats for this Zen Who are the threats for Alarm that he needs to be thinking about? Well, Tracer's a threat, Ball is a threat. Those are probably the two main threats. Getting discorded by Zen is like an additional threat. If he gets discorded by Zen, the enemy Tracer can simply go in and get a lot more value with that discord on him. Ashe is going to be a bit of a threat, but at this level, honestly, we're not going to see Alarm getting caught out in the open. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the stream. What's up, GKR, Jonas? Welcome, guys. So he hears the balls coming around behind him. So he knows the ball is behind. Does get hit by the dynamite. He needs to be very careful. If this ball's behind him, he can get hit by a pile driver. And he doesn't have a clue where the Tracer is yet. Actually, that's a lie. He saw the Tracer die a couple seconds ago, maybe 10 seconds ago. So he probably knows the Tracer's not there. He sees the Tracers in the front. So Tracer's one of the people he needs to be aware of as a Zen, right? If you're playing a hero, you need to be tracking your threats and aware of your threats, where they are, so that you can track their position and make sure you're always aware of where that person is, meaning that you can survive against them. He hears the Tracers on right side. Subconsciously, he has to hear this, right? He has to hear where this Tracer is. Sticks his orb on the Winston because the Winston's taking damage. Keeping an eye on his Ana. Looking for a right click here. Switches orb to the Ashe. Now, one thing a lot of Zen players don't understand is your Zen healing is not designed for burst healing. It's designed for consistent healing over time and from a distance. So what you want to be doing as a Zen player is keeping your orb on DPS because it enables your DPS to 1, protect you, 2, play in aggressive positions where they can pressure, and 3, obviously stay alive because they're getting the support from you. So this orb onto the Ashe is real nice. Did make a slight mistake there, actually. I don't like how he kind of positioned out here. It's just unnecessary. I think he could have stayed by the corner here, because what is this position providing him, right? It's not providing him with anything, really. It's only providing... It's really not providing anything. He's kind of just coming out here, and he's overextending himself. So I would have really liked to see him play close to this corner. He could have gotten punished there, maybe. And at this kind of level, all it takes is one slight mistake, and you're going to get punished. Alright, we're playing at the highest level here. Obviously Korean ranked. He kites back inside this room. There's 2 reasons I like this room. Firstly, because Ball cannot pile driver in here, and secondly, because the enemy Tracer cannot get inside here. Can you imagine playing Tracer and trying to like use your blinks to maneuver inside this room? You just don't have the space, right? So the enemy Tracer, this is not an easy position for the enemy Tracer to come. You see how quickly he got that discord on the Ashe? Gives the Ashe the discord, and this is why this discord is so strong, right? Because he now has wall hacks. He essentially has wall hacks on where this Ashe is. What's he going to do? He's going to charge right click. Poor awareness from the Ashe, but nice discord there, securing the kill and making sure that he knows where that Ashe is. And he simply goes for the right click. I like this play from Alarm. He gets the pick. Looking for that Zen, gives the orb to the Tracer. Unfortunately, she slept, so there's no surviving. Instantly switches the orb onto that Winston. Could have got naded there and couldn't have got it picked up, actually, but he does have trance. He's in a super sketchy position right now, though. I think he actually should have stayed on this edge. Even like basically what he did here is he got a couple of picks, and so he's like, okay, I want to go forward and pressure a bit more. But the problem is, the enemy Tracer is alive. The enemy Ball is alive. Going forward to try and get some additional damage, but, you know, he gets saved by the Zarya here. I believe... How much damage is the Ananade? I need to check this, actually. How much damage is the Ananade? Is it 65 or 70? Or am I just totally off with those two numbers? Let's have a look. How much damage is Ananade? 60 damage. Okay, so I'm off with both of those numbers. It's 60 damage. So he would have survived that, but obviously he has the trance if he needs it. I think he's going to get his trance force now. Yeah, there's no escaping this. So he's kind of forced to trance just to reposition here and to also keep his Zarya alive. Would have liked to have seen him switch the orb right onto the Ana there after the trance. But he gives the Ana the orb regardless. Nice right click on the Tracer there. Takes the Tracer straight out. And now that Tracer's dead, right, he's not worried about anything really, aside from maybe positioning too far in the open versus the Ashe. Gets a Discord. Plays behind the cover there to avoid taking damage there from the Ashe. So far, so good from Alarm. Only a couple mistakes I'm seeing here, but obviously you can see his mechanics are cracked. And he's being very careful here on this edge. Because all it takes is one right click from the enemy Zen, one Discord, and that Tracer's going to be on you. He's playing quite aggressively now. I'm interested to know why, actually. He's playing so far forward. Maybe he's just trying to back his team up here on this side. Oh, okay. So I think they're calling they're going to go with grab. That's why he's positioning forward. Because of that grab from his team, the enemy tranced that. And I don't think the Ana was able to get a nade off, so... Enemy Zen getting a lot of value from trance. And unfortunately, his team, you know, he has no trance for this grab. And grab mines, pretty scary combo to deal with. Okay, so first death for Alarm. Okay, random right click and he finds the Tracer. So that's good. Like right now he's forced to recall, right? So he knows that if Tracer goes on him now, she has no recall. So he's going to be relatively safe. And if he's positioning with his Ana, he's not worried about this. So he's walking with his team. Inside of the team, gives the orb to the Ana. And they've taken space control now. They kill the Zen. Gives the orb to the Ana, to the Tracer. Trying to force the ball away. Gets a little bit of damage and Discord on the ball. Nice shot there on the Tracer. You can see this guy, he has lightning quick reactions and mechanics. It's really nice to watch. You see how quickly he's switching the orb there onto the Ana. Discording the ball. Orbs the Ana mid shot. And obviously Ana nades and Zen orb, there's no way you're killing the Ana. So he's taken the high ground position. This is obviously one of the best positions for him because he has good line of sight. He can back off behind this cover if he needs to. And yeah, I mean, those are the two main things really. Like, he has good line of sight and he has cover. Does need to be careful with this ball, looking for the boop though. Pushes the orb onto the Ana, onto the Ashe. Looking for that Discord on the Brig. He decides to trance off the edge here. I think this is like a preemptive trance because he sees his Zarya's in a pretty dangerous position. And they're using mines. To be honest with you, there aren't too many opportunities where you can use trance with this comp because it's kind of like a... I mean, you can use it for Grav, I guess. Grav is a good option now they don't have an Ana. But mines is a pretty big one. Like, just using it to clear mines, I think is actually not like a suit. I think it's actually decent. But maybe in the situation you could argue that he didn't necessarily need to, but he's using it preemptively. He's using it preemptively there to try and clear some of the mines and make sure there's no way his Zarya can get focused down. Has the orb on the Ana, so he's kind of safe right now. As long as Ana heals him, these two are kind of supporting each other now. The orb is on Ana and he's getting the support from his Ana, so there's no way this ball can kill him really. Notice how he's always trying to orb the people in dangerous positions. This is the key thing when you're playing Zen. You have to understand which of your teammates are in dangerous positions, and then look to orb them ahead of time so that they're able to survive. So he gives the orb to Tracer. He's back on the high ground. I like the rotation back on high ground. He didn't just wait on low ground. Notice that. He took time to set up on high ground and get himself in a good position. Because what does this position provide? Safety, good line of sight for orbs, discords, and damage. Not a big fan of him dropping here, honestly. I think this was like a mistake. Yeah. But the enemies use Grav. The enemies used a lot. Maybe he's just trying to reset here, but yeah, I'm not a huge fan of dropping, just because.
It was a nice trick. It was a nice try, right?
You scared me, Fuki.
Overall, Hacksaw looking fantastic as ever, but for me, it's all about Cox. I mean, he has so many.
Oh, I love that. I love that sound. What's going on, Fuki? Cheers for the host, bro. Hope you had a good stream. Welcome everybody from Pookie's channel. I don't know how to say hello in Arabic, but welcome everybody. Alright, so Salam alaikum. Salam alaikum. So the fight, we're back in the fight. Notice how his team are walking top left. His team want to take top left mainly because if we look at the key positions on the map, right? If you can get your Ashe set up and you can get your Zen set up in this position, you just have a way stronger position over the attacking team if the attacking team haven't taken those high grounds. So I'm a big fan of this rotation from his team. His team are displaying good game knowledge here, and he's obviously with the team here, trying to pressure. Gets a huge discord on the enemy Zen. Orb straight to the Ana. And look how his team have this safe position now. Okay, he gets nano. He's going for it now. And this is DPS Zen mode. Reloading, gets the discord off. Notice how he didn't ego play there. He didn't like just walk forward brainlessly. He was reloading, so he tried to get behind the cover, and he just played from the cover and peeked out for the discord. Not risking his own life there, just making sure they secure this fight without any risk. Looks for the right clicks in between fights. He comes down early. I think he's maybe coming down to support his Tracer and to maybe put some pressure on the enemy Tracer. You see how he's orbing his Tracer there? If his Tracer has orb and the enemy Tracer doesn't have orb, there's no way that the enemy Tracer is going to win that, right? So he's supporting his Tracer here, and this is like enabling him to be more safe, right? Going forward and playing aggressive here. He gets initial shot on the enemy Tracer. The enemy Tracer is not expecting Zen to push him here. And he's always trying to be aware of where his threats are. If he's pressuring the Tracer out beforehand, there's no way that Tracer's going to have an easy time killing him on the Zen. So he's just making sure he's tracking the enemy Tracer, listening to where she's blinking, looking at where she's blinking, and following her. He's in a pretty terrible position now. I don't know if this is going to be very good for him. It was a really nice boop from the enemy ball. Booped him down onto the low ground. So he's in trouble now. You know, his team is in trouble. But actually huge discord on the enemy Zen. He might have been a big factor in killing this Zen. So he gets the discord. He also gets the shot, right? He gets a shot as well on the Zen, I think. Yeah, he gets a headshot on the Zen. This is actually huge. He gets a shot and a discord. And from here, this is cleanup. QR code comes in, gets the pick. And just really like lightning reactions there from Alarm to make sure he gets this this discord off. Oh, it's gonna C9. They're gonna C9. There's no one that can touch. He needs to hit this shot. Oh, he hits it. Okay, so he manages to hit the shot. That would have been a C9. That would have been a C9 if he missed that. Oh my god, so you can tell he's just so confident in his mechanics. Like, he's pushing this Ashe. He's low. Just manages to get the right click off. Predicts that this Ashe is probably going to hit this next shot. Just mid right click, he gets the trance off. And is he going to body block it? Is he going to body block this and stop them from touching? He's just body blocking the door. So he's just body blocking the whole doorway. So he stops the C9. He stops the C9 by killing the Tracer. Takes a 1v1 with that Ashe. Manages to almost kill the Ashe. Survives, uses trance. Sure, the trance is not super high value, but blocking the door with the trance, that is high value, right? He stops the C9 totally here, which is huge. That was actually pretty... I enjoyed that. That was good. Yeah, the IQ. He legit carried this fight. He slapped everyone in his backpack and just said, "Hop in, fellas. We're winning this game." So he's choosing to come inside the room. He puts the orb on the Ashe. Team composition looking the same from his team. Enemy team composition looking a little bit different now. They're running with a McCree, Brig, Zen, Tracer, and a Ball Zarya. Slight mistake there from Alarm. So let's look at what he does initially. He comes inside this room. And the enemies are taking this close high ground. So during the rotation here, he gets caught off guard a little bit. I don't think he expects this ball to kind of slam in from here. And so this is nice from the enemy team. The enemy team goes in. Obviously the bubble. And his team really have nothing that can stop this ball from going in. No CC, only sleep is the only thing that can stop the ball. I would have liked to have seen Alarm maybe come back here, go for a right click, and then just dip behind the cover here and get inside. But this is definitely a nice play from Team 2. They anticipated what was going to happen here. And they anticipated that Alarm was going to rotate, and Team 1 had no idea this was going to happen. They weren't prepared for this. So this is a nice proactive play from Team 2. And it manages to catch Alarm off guard. And it's just incredible how he's always finding these small little angles where he's going for right clicks. Like he predicts the exact timing when they're coming through here and gets the right click. This is nice from the enemy Tracer. Enemy Tracer hears that Alarm is in main, goes for the kill, gets a good portion of damage down, goes to the recall and gets out. Nice kill from the enemy Tracer. Not a whole lot Alarm can do about that. The only thing he can do is if his Ana's with him, but his Ana was on a different angle, so no one is going to help him there. Okay, this gives his Tracer the orb. The orb. Tracer should be able to hold this angle now. He's trying to look for the angle on Tracer to give her the orb. Gives Winston the orb, because obviously Winston's frontlining. Switches that straight onto the Tracer. And you see his awareness, how he's listening. He hears the Tracer above and instantly looks up. If he didn't look up here, the Ashe is dead, right? She's just dead. And at this point, there's just too many people for him to heal. Well, nice prediction on the Tracer. I don't know how he knew the Tracer was there, actually. Oh, he just saw the tip of her head as she walked in. Almost gets the kill there. But his team have traded. His team have lost a lot of people here. Yeah. And this is where we're starting to see that Ana Zen crumble a little bit. When these two are under a lot of pressure... When the Ana Zen is under a lot of pressure, this is where they start to crumble, especially when you're playing against good divers like a good ball, good Tracer duo. Wow, and you see that if there's no one peeling, there's not Ana. I don't know if Ana can even stop this from happening. Let's look. You know, he's just dead before the Ana can even react. Maybe I'd like to see Alarm come from right side again and play from inside here. Or maybe come over the right side here. Or come down here and play inside here with his Ana. Because this position is diveable for the enemy ball. Enemy ball Tracer, this is a really nice spot, right? Because from here, the enemy Tracer only has 2 blinks, or 1 blink, and she's already on the Zen. But really nothing that Alarm can do to stop this. Aside from just positioning, really. And like I said before, right? Where are the positions that Alarm can get away with positioning versus ball and versus Tracer? Close areas, close positions, inside rooms where the ball cannot grapple, where he can't operate as easily, and the same for the Tracer, where the Tracer doesn't have a whole lot of room to maneuver and blink. Those are the positions you want to play as a Zen versus ball Tracer. And obviously also with your secondary support. So he really needs to keep track of where this... Okay... This is a mess. Wow, that was such a mess. But he nice trance though. He didn't hesitate one bit with this trance. He comes right side this time, takes inside, tries to give his Ana the orb, but he has bigger fish to fry right now. His team are in a grab, so he has to go for this grab. Ding Kong saves the bubbles, so they negate the Tracer pulse bomb. Honestly, I would have liked to have seen Alarm try and get away a bit sooner here. I don't know whose mines these are. These are the enemy mines. Oh yeah, of course, these are the enemy mines. So we need to get out of this ASAP. Maybe he's trying to... So I think, okay, so I think I know what he was trying to do. So he goes in, gets caught in the grab, keeps everyone alive during the grab. Doesn't quite activate the mines with his trance, and so on the way out, gets killed by the remaining mines. Was this a big brain play or not? Let's see. I don't know actually, because I don't know if he actually killed any of the mines with his trance. I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to kill the mines with his trance. But I actually maybe feel like he should have tried to get away here and just survive. Because his value that he can provide throughout the fight, if he stays alive with damage, discords, and harmony orbs, is going to be high value. I think they might be able to get this though. They might be able to get this. Not sure. Maybe not. They lost a lot of people. I thought they were trading evenly. Oh, Zarya's just going to kill him. That's pretty brutal. Okay. Zarya hides and just decides to take the trade kill. Yeah, obviously he has no idea that Zarya's here. He hears now. Zarya's using bubble. Notice how instantly he's trying to get behind this cover. He knows the closest bit of cover to him. And this is just instinctual from him. Like, he's been using cover for probably a couple of years now, so he always knows, like, if he's under pressure, he's going to go straight to that cover. And you see how quickly he reacts to this. Starts walking straight behind this car, because that's the only bit of cover he can get behind, right? He's trying his best to get away. But Pelican obviously goes with the right click. And nice AoE damage there. Even though he's around the corner, he's taking the damage. Okay, so he's on the brig now, actually. Running Ana brig. This is typically what you would see with a double bubble. Now Ding Kong is off the Zarya. He's now on the wrecking ball. That's not looking good. Not looking good at all. They need a miracle to win this. Okay. So defense, I feel like he performed well. Attack, definitely he had some problems with. He had some problems with trying to get position. And credit to Team 2. Team 2 were doing well. That being said, Alarm, I think, could have positioned a little bit more safely from the beginning. And tried to use these kind of positions inside here. This room inside here. This room on the right. These positions where it's difficult for the enemy ball and the enemy tracer to get dives off. We saw quite a lot of times he was playing from main here, and this is a good position where the enemy ball tracer can get a good dive off. So I think that's what kind of held him back on the attack here. But definitely a lot of credit to Team 2 the way they were diving there. Really, the only way that he can survive here on the Zen is to position inside these close rooms. Again, I guess we saw the weakness of running Ana Zen here. Ana Zen is a brilliant support duo when you have position and there's not a lot of pressure on you. When there is a lot of pressure, you're going to be... this support line is going to crack. Because it doesn't have the best peel. This is mostly why we see Zen Brig, because Zen Brig, the Brig just provides so much peel and so much support for the Ana that it's really difficult for the enemy board tracer to find value, because obviously that Brig CC and whip shot is denying the ball from going in and diving. But overall, pretty good from Alarm. You can see how cracked his mechanics are. So you can see, yeah, I mean, you can see how cracked his mechanics are. I think overall he played well here. Only a couple of things he could have done better on the attack. But defense was a pleasure to watch. And honestly, even the attack was a pleasure to watch. One of the best players in the world, but you can still see the best players in the world make mistakes. Very small mistakes, but at the highest level, these mistakes are going to get punished. yeah, that's going to be the end of the video for today. If you guys did enjoy the video and you want to find a way of supporting me while gaining access to additional content, I did make a Patreon pretty recently where I have patched meta tier lists. We have some of my client coaching VODs and additional kind of content. So if you are interested in getting that, go ahead and check my Patreon link down in the description. But if you did enjoy the video, also drop a like and consider subscribing. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.